Rich Rising, Rich Rising. Welcome to another day of Read Rich and Righteous. We're reading Rich and Righteous, Spiritual Secrets and Mastering Money Manifestation in Your Mind. We are in the section, or money commandment number 8, which is how the rich and righteous manifest money. We just went over the PWWP framework, which is plant, water, weed, and prune. And now we are in today's reading, which is never work for money. We are now on day 59. We are on day 59, and just excited to have you here. If you are just joining us for the first time, we welcome you. Go ahead and type 0 in chat. You see people typing in what we call our consistency scores, which is how consistent people have been over this 100-day journey. So it's just amazing to see so many people in the 50s. Just absolutely amazing, because the people with the most consistency are going to have the greatest results. You have to reprogram the subconscious mind requires consistency and repetition. And so if you're just joining us, or you just found out about this recently, that's perfectly fine. You can join the journey at richrightnow.com. richrightnow.com, and on the thank you page you can get the ebook or the audio, the ebook or the physical copy of the book. And if you buy either one, you get the replays and recordings of all of the readings that we've done thus far, so that you can catch up on your own time. So all of that is available. You are not behind. You are right where you're supposed to be. We call this divine timing and alignment. And so thank you for being here. You could be anywhere in the world right now, but something attracted all of us to this space and time together. And let's break bread right now. Okay, so we're going to get straight into today's reading. We got quite a few pages today, and so I want to jump right in. Type I got it when you got it. We're on page 315. We're on page 315. We got about 7 or 8 pages today. All right, type I got it when you got it. Okay, cool. Well, let's get into it. So we're on page 315, and the title is Never Work for Money. The scripture of the day is Mark 8:36, and it says, "For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world but lose his soul?" If you ask anyone, would you sell your soul? Most people would say never. Yet many people sell their soul when they stay in a job that is not aligned with their purpose, or an assignment en route to their purpose. If I posted a job to scrub floors with a toothbrush for 40 years that you had to do yourself by hand, no outsourcing, automating, or delegating, and I would pay you $50,000 a year, would you accept it? Most of you would probably say no. How about $100,000 a year? Most of you probably still say no. How about $250,000 a year? Might lose some people. How about $1 million per year? Uh-oh. People dropping like flies now. At some point, most people would give in and say, yes, I accept. When you are aware that you are a child of God, your soul is never for sale. Everybody type, my soul is not for sale. My soul is not for sale. All money is not good money. In fact, this is going to sound counterintuitive, family. In fact, saying no to money is one of the most powerful things you can do to bring more good money into your life. Saying no to money is one of the most powerful things you can do to bring more good money into your life. You acknowledge that I don't work for money, and I won't just do anything for money. I won't do just anything for money. Attracts it to you by elevating your self-worth. I want to repeat that. You acknowledge, by saying no, you acknowledge that I don't work for money, and I won't do just anything for money. Attracts it to you by elevating your self-worth. I don't work for change. I work to create change. I don't work for change. I work to create change. You realize that you are priceless, and there is no amount of money that can buy you to do something against yourself, your own will, your desires, your dreams, or your God. If your why for work is just money, you will likely always hate what you do. If the reason you work is just money, I'm just looking for the highest paying job, I don't care what it is, you will always hate what you do. Anybody who daydreams on their day job is not living the American dream, no matter how much money they make. A recent Gallup poll showed that 85% of employees are emotionally disconnected from their workplaces. People say they hate their jobs, but the truth is that nobody hates their job. How many of y'all hate your jobs? No, you don't. That's not the truth. Let's be real honest. Y'all want to get real honest and transparent and look in the mirror? Nobody hates their job. They hate themselves for accepting less than they deserve and staying anyways. You don't hate your job. You're getting a benefit out of the job. That's why you're staying. What you're really mad at, what you really hate, is yourself for accepting less than you deserve if you feel you're underpaid and staying anyways. Not just underpaid, but even just the treatment, the culture, the environment there, right? You don't feel valued there, yet you stay. That's what you're really mad at. But instead of looking in the mirror and saying, I hate myself for continuously making this decision every single day, we point the finger outward and say, I hate my job, I hate my boss, etc. Might have ruffled a little feathers there. Seeing feathers falling right now. True or false? True or false, family? The real reason people stay at jobs that they hate is because they don't believe they can command that amount of money pursuing their purpose as an employee elsewhere or as an entrepreneur. From a young age, we are programmed to seek a good job rather than God's purpose. And if you do know your purpose, finding a job that doesn't align with it can be difficult. The American dream says become a teacher, doctor, lawyer, engineer, or business person. If not, then you're nothing. There's nothing wrong with any of those careers. Some people were born to do those things. But if you weren't born to do it, you will die as you do it. Excuse me. If you weren't born to do it, you will die as you do it. Right? Your work should give you life, family. It should light you up. You see me lit up here every single morning being with you. This work lights me up. It gives me life. It does not take away life from me. I am circulating the God-given currency and energy that is in me. I'm circulating it. And when things are in circulation, that's where life is created. If you sit in a cubicle for too long, it will become your coffin. If you sit in a cubicle too long, it will become your coffin. And you will become the working dead. Not the walking dead like the show. You will become the working dead. Your purpose is the only work that will give you life. Your purpose is the only work that will give you life. And I know many of you have not experienced that yet. A job can pay you, but it can never fulfill you unless it aligns with your purpose. A job can pay you, but it can never fulfill you unless it aligns with your purpose. I'm not dissing jobs. I've had several jobs, but no job has ever had me. I also have employees who I'm grateful for. However, in the same way that Jesus knew he was not a carpenter, I knew that my jobs were apprenticeships or assignments in preparation for my purpose. Every job that I had, from working at a batting cage, umpiring, tutoring, being an executive director of a nonprofit, to running marketing for a major nonprofit, all of those jobs prepared me for the work that I'm doing today. They were my apprenticeships. They were my training grounds. Okay? In the same way, Jesus knew he was not a carpenter. You are not a doctor. You are not a lawyer. You are not a teacher. You are not a customer service agent. That is not who you are. Jesus was not a carpenter. But in the same way that we tie our identity to our stage, oh, I'm a seed. No, we tie our identity to our purpose. You are not your profession. I'm a lawyer. No, that's not what you are. That is what you might be doing right now to serve, but that is not who you are or what you are. Okay? We want to get to our true identity. Each one gave me a vital skill I needed to do what I'm doing today. What is harmful is a world where so many people are out of alignment with their purpose. Our mindset around our employers as paternal figures that we are seeking to get approval from in exchange for an allowance if we do good is the issue. You are here to be about your mother, father, God's business. Okay? Your employer is not a paternal figure that you're trying to get praise from because you didn't get it from your parents. You're trying to impress this person who's above you or this employer, this paternal entity. We are here to be about our mother, father, God's business. Okay? You are giving everything God gave you, your gifts, time, creativity, ideas, to serve a job rather than to serve God. God gave you all these gifts, talents, strengths, and skills, yet you're giving them to something that is not serving God. Therefore, if the company you work for is not in alignment with your purpose, no matter how much you get paid, how rare the opportunity is, how big the brand, how long your title, you will never feel free or fulfilled. God created you for a unique purpose that only you can do. In God's mind, you are irreplaceable, but most jobs are replaceable. If you died today, your job would be posted tomorrow. Dreams are being killed microsoftly. You know, Microsoft Word. Dreams are being killed microsoftly. Your windows of opportunity is greater than the windows on your computer screen. Don't get boxed in by the cubicle or cornered by the corner office. No corporate ladder can reach your full potential. If you hate what you do, even if you make $250,000 per year, you will always feel underpaid. There is no amount of money, there is no amount of pay that will make up for the fact that you are spending your valuable time doing something you hate in exchange for money. Feeling underpaid at a job is about meaning, not money. The meaning that comes from living in your purpose can never be replaced by any amount of money. While many people complain that they are underpaid, the truth is that they actually feel overpaid. Many people complain that they're underpaid, but the reality is that they're overpaid. The overpaid trap is when an organization pays you more than you believe you are worth. If you truly felt underpaid, you would leave. Everybody who says that I'm underpaid, if you truly felt underpaid, you would leave because you believe that you are worth more. So if you're worth more, then go get more. If you are truly worth more, go get it. Otherwise, you're worth exactly what you accept. Okay? If you truly felt underpaid, you would leave, but you feel overpaid. So you stay even if the salary is low because internally you feel that you are not worth more and can't get a better job. It's like dating someone you think is beautiful and thinking that you will never be able to catch someone like them again. So even if they start verbally or physically abusing you, you end up staying anyways. You may be happier on your own for a time if you knew your true worth. So, family, everybody type this. I don't get paid what I'm worth. I get paid what I accept. I don't get paid what I'm worth. What I'm worth. I get paid what I accept. That's employees and entrepreneurs. You get paid what you accept. And what you accept is what you truly believe you're worth. And what you accept is what you truly believe you're worth. You waiting for somebody else to determine your value? No, you stand in your value. Okay? Stop waiting for other people to see your value. You declare your value and you stand in it. And if you stand on a value, you think you're worth this and you're not able to command it, then you might not actually be worth that. And you need to up level your skill sets or the problems that you solve and how you're solving them. Okay? The market will correct you really, really quick. The market will correct you really, really quickly. For example, in a law firm, a lawyer may get paid $125 per hour, but the firm bills the clients $300 per hour. $125 an hour is $250,000 per year, given a 40-hour work week for 50 weeks out of the year. So what happens to the other $175 per hour that the law firm charge? Let's say 100 of it goes to overhead, like the office building, non-profitable employees like secretaries and janitors, travel and technology, etc. 25 of the remaining 75 goes to taxes, and the last 50 is profit in the law firm's partners' pockets. The question is, what is stopping the lawyer, in this case you, currently being paid $125 per hour, from stepping out on their own and claiming all $300 per hour for themselves? Obviously, the skills to do the work are there, and someone is paying for it, but perhaps the lawyer lacks the confidence and the business acumen to go out there on their own. As a result, they're leaving money on the table. In this case, $175 per hour minus some overhead, which is more than double what they are being paid right now. You can do the work. The company's billing for $300, but they're only paying you $125. So what's the gap? The gap is your inability to communicate your value to other people and actually command it. It's your sales ability. And a lot of us have an icky relationship with sales because we've been sold and we've been sold in sleazy ways and people have gotten over on us. And so we have a negative relationship to selling. But if you could sell yourself instead of going through an organization and where you have sold your time to them at Costco wholesale prices, right? They got a volume or bulk discount on your $2,000 per year. So now you're only getting paid $125 when they're actually charging $300 for you. Okay? It's okay for a company to be earning more off of you as long as you are learning more on their time and their dime. An organization can only survive if it profits off its employees. So it's not a negative thing. That's how an organization sustains itself. It has to make more than it pays its employees and its other expenses in order to be sustainable, right? An organization can only survive if it profits off of its employees. Like a widget being sold, the company has to profit from its employees, meaning that they are earning more off of that employee than they are paying them in the form of salary and benefits. If not, the business won't be profitable. From your side, you see your job as a full paid scholarship, not a path to retirement. Okay? This is a mindset shift. I want you to start seeing your job as a full paid scholarship, not a path to retirement. Money is not the only currency that exists, yet it is the main measurement people use when considering careers. Self-development is personal capital. Learning is intellectual capital. Networking is social capital. Can be more valuable than money, which is the financial capital. Okay. At the last job I ever had, I developed so many skills there because I saw it as a full paid scholarship. In fact, that was really the beginning of my marketing skill set. Was there marketing their organization, right? Studying marketing on their dime while being paid, and of course delivering for them, but then being able to take that skill set with me into the work that I was doing for myself. But why celebrate a raise at a job that makes you feel low? Oh, I got a raise. You got a raise at a job that makes you feel low. If you really want a raise, if you want a real raise, you raise your consciousness, which is your mindset, and then your currency, which is the money, will have to core respond and catch up. Your net worth responds to your core, which is your self-worth. Your net worth responds to your core, which is your self-worth, not the other way around. You are worth what you accept, not what you expect. You are worth what you accept, not what you expect. You would never accept something less if you believe you could be, do, and have more, right? Would you date a bum if you knew? No, the answer is no, because you know that you deserve more. But if you've accepted a bum, then guess what? That means that you don't believe that you deserve or can command something that is better than that. So the same goes for your salary. Whatever you are getting paid, you are accepting. For many people, there is a subconscious belief that says, I have to do something I hate to get what I want. This is the mentality of the rat race. But the truth is, I can do something I love that helps people get what they want. And in return, I will get what I want. Okay? In return, I will get what I want. All right? If you truly believe that you are worth more, prove it. Prove it, family. By going out into the world and commanding more instead of complaining. You determine your value, not someone else. This is why I encourage people who are in the corporate plantation or climbing some sort of career ladder. I encourage you to interview every single year. Even if you have no intention of leaving, I encourage you to just go through the process of interviewing so that you don't lose that skill set of being able to sell yourself. So you don't get so attached to that company thinking that they're being loyal to you when they will fire you in 2.2 seconds. I encourage you to interview every year just to keep that skill set sharp and also to just see what else is out there. You're getting paid $100,000 now and you just do this exercise of going in and doing some interviews, right? And you realize that you just got an offer for $150,000 at a job that's more in alignment with who you are and what you want to do in your purpose than that one. So I encourage everybody to interview every single year, even if you don't have an intention of leaving, just to keep that skill sharp and to see what's out there, okay? Unless your job deceived you and flat out lied about what you would be doing daily, it's not your job that you hate. The longer you stay in the job, the more self-hate that will grow inside of you. Genesis 3:17 describes Adam's punishment for being out of alignment with God when it says, "Cursed is the ground of you," right? Cursed is your material experience. Through painful toil, you will eat food from it all the days of your life. Anytime the Bible mentions ground, earth, or soil, metaphysically, it refers to our mind. This scripture is saying that the self-hate is inward, but its food will manifest outwardly as anger, alcoholism, stress, disease, tiredness, road rage, etc. Stop blaming your unwillingness to keep learning, seeking, and growing on your employer. There is nothing wrong with the concept of a job except believing in the false sense of security that one thinks a job offers that keeps people from their purpose. They have more faith in a job than they do in God to be their consistent provider. Ask yourself, do I have more faith in my job than I do in God? That's a real question. Do I have more faith in my job than I do in God? Have I made my boss or my employer my God? I'm willing to do anything for them. They say show up Saturday, I'm there. If they say show up at 6 a.m., I'm there. If they say I need you to get this to me before midnight, I'll do it. But if God says do something, and God really only has one command for you, right? Which is to seek ye first the kingdom, walk in your God-given purpose. I sent you to do one thing. You accomplish all these other things, and those are nice, but you didn't do the one thing I sent you to do. So do you actually have more faith in your job than you do in God? Okay? In exchange for this false sense of security, they settle and sell their priceless time at Costco wholesale prices instead of being paid for their purpose. We sell skills, not our soul. We sell skills, not our souls. We don't sell our soul by putting our future in the hands of a company. We sell our skills to companies or customers, but our life is in God's hands, and we are God's hands on earth. That's a gem. Our life is in God's hands, and we are God's hands on earth. We all have God-given gifts, but when we unwrap them, we notice that they are not in finished form. They come in raw form like Play-Doh or pieces of Legos. You asked for a house, but your gifts were brick and mortar. You asked for wealth, and you got creativity and a crystal clear communication. It is our job to turn our gifts into skills that solve problems for others. Every job and company is created to solve a problem for others, and there are specific skills needed to do that. If you took an employee's job away and asked them what their skills are, many wouldn't know what they are or how much those skills are worth today. Showing up every day is not a skill unless you are a traffic guard. Losing touch with the value of your skills and not developing new ones can cause you to stay stuck in a place you've outgrown. We live in what I call the entrepreneur reality. The entrepreneur reality. That means that we are all already entrepreneurs. An employee is simply an entrepreneur with one big client, their employer. Everybody type that. An employee is simply an entrepreneur with one big client. You don't work for that company. You work with that company. I need you to change your language pattern, right? We know the power of words. We talked about that, and I think money commandment number 4 or 5, right? You don't work for that company. You work with that company. You are an entrepreneur, but you only have one big client, and having one big client is dangerous because if that client cuts you off, right, all of a sudden you have no income. As Jay-Z said, I'm not a businessman. I'm a business man. The 40-40 club is closed. Gone are the days of working for one employer 40 hours per week for 40 years. Employees stay at companies for healthcare. Listen to this. Employees stay at companies for healthcare when the job is what is making them sick. Employees stay at companies because, oh, they got a good healthcare package. But it's the job that's making you sick. It's just backwards thinking, right? They stay for security while the company plays off of their insecurities. No human being or entity created by a human being has power over you. No human being or entity created by a human being has power over you. We never want our financial faucet to be controlled by another human being. Some people work hard for 40 hours per week for 40 years of limited income to give up on their ideas with unlimited income after just 40 days and 40 no's. Not 40 days and 40 nights. 40 days and 40 no's. Some of you have stepped out on faith to pursue your dream and you gave up after 40 days and 40 no's. 40 customers told you no and you gave up. You were working hard at it for 40 days and like, I give up. But you're willing to work for an employer for 40 hours a week for 40 years and you won't do that for your own dreams, your own goals, your own purpose, right? Just think about that. Some people work hard for 40 hours per week for 40 years for limited income that's capped based on the pay scale at that company, but give up on their ideas that actually have unlimited income potential after just 40 days and 40 no's. Entrepreneurs are creators, just like God, the creator of all. When you see yourself as an entrepreneur, your perspective changes. First, you realize that you don't work for your employer, you work with them. Everybody type, I work with my employer. For those of you who are employees, type, I work with my employer, not for them. I work with my employer, not for them. That language pattern will start to change your mindset. You also realize that there's no leap into entrepreneurship because you are already one. Even if you have a job, it should never be your only source of income. That's a huge part of the reason many people feel powerless at work and in life. No matter how much money you make, it's dangerous to only have one client. Why diversify your stocks but not the streams of income you use to buy the stocks with? So everybody's trying to diversify. They're taking their income from one stream, their job, then they're diversifying with their 401k and stock options and things of that nature. Okay? But why not just diversify your income streams? That's real security. Not diversifying just where you invest, but you actually diversify your actual income streams. If stability is the goal, what's more stable? A one-legged chair, a two-legged chair, a three-legged chair, or a four-legged chair? Unless you have a tree stump worth of income to support you, like perhaps an athlete or celebrity or something like that, it's always better to have multiple income streams. Don't settle for a stable income. Stables are for animals, not human beings. I hope y'all caught that. Don't settle for stable income. Stables are for horses. Stables are for animals, not for human beings. There is a reason that the word job, which we use to describe our work, is the same word as Job, the most miserable book in the Bible, with the exception of Revelations. The longer you stay in there, the harder it will be for you to leave. Who would want to hire someone who knowingly sat in their own misery for years and didn't do anything about it? I don't care how much you embellish on your resume, your vibration speaks volumes in an interview. I've interviewed people for the multifamily movement, and their vibration speaks louder than their words. Wait, you were at this company for 10 years and you only have 2 bullet points on your resume? What were you doing there? And you're going to bring that energy over here? Okay? No, don't jump ship. You can stay on that ship over there. Right? No job is better or worse than another. I'm sure there are people who would love to be doing what you're doing and others who would hate it. Issues arise when the job isn't a fit for who you are. And it may have been a fit when you started, but it's no longer a fit today and you know it. Never choose a job to fit in. Choose it because it fits with you. Okay? Who you are should define what you do. What you do shouldn't define who you are. Who you are should define what you do. Your purpose, why God created you, should ultimately define what you do. Okay? What you do, your job as a teacher, doctor, lawyer, engineer, customer service rep, etc., that is not who you are. So we want what we do to be defined by our beingness, right? Being, doing, then that determines having. Okay? But some of you are basing your identity based on what you do today from a professional standpoint. When we got to go back to the being stage, we can't skip that stage. And oftentimes we jump into doing when we don't know who we truly are yet, right? I don't know who I am, so I'm just going to do whatever is available. And what an employer will do, they will take that raw talent, since you didn't shape it, right? Or you didn't allow God to shape you. They'll take that raw talent and they'll make you into whatever they need you to be. Oh, I need you to move to Wisconsin, to you and your family. We are starting up a new department over there. And all of a sudden, you have to leave your community and your life to go to Wisconsin because they are shaping you. They say, oh, this person doesn't know what to do with themselves. They don't know how to shape their own lives. And so we'll just shape them. We'll take that talent, those gifts and skills that are in them. We'll shape them and we'll tell them what to do. Hopefully they never find their purpose. Are y'all with me? Anyone not doing what they know they are meant to do is afraid to be who they are. But we tend to externalize the reasons why we are not being who we know we are as the bad economy. Oh, I got kids to take care of. A mortgage, student loans, healthcare, bad boss, etc. For every external excuse, there is a corresponding internal belief that needs to be addressed first. Victimhood will never get you to victory. Victimhood will never get you to victory. I encourage everyone with the job to interview annually, whether you love or hate your job, to test the market. This ritual will keep you sharp and remind you that you always have alternatives. Interviewing is not cheating on your job because companies are rarely loyal and you were never married anyways. If you decide to stay, I encourage you to raise your consciousness and vibration in order to get a raise. When you don't know your true value, the subconscious thought that arises is, I just want to make enough to pay my bills. When you think that you are secretly or subconsciously setting a salary cap on yourself, and you only attract opportunities that will give you just enough to pay your bills. It's time to take off the salary cap. It's time to take it off, family. God has no salary cap except the one you set with your own limiting beliefs. If you are still breathing, or better yet, if God is still breathing through you, you still have work to do. And to God, you are priceless. There's a lot of bars in there, family. A lot of bars in there. Go ahead and chat and type the one that hits you the most. I want to get a raise. I have to raise my consciousness. Stop looking for stable income. Stables are for animals. Okay? We sell skills, not our souls. Do I make money? Yeah, I still make money, but I don't work for money. I work for my mother, father, God's business. I'm about my Father's will. Thy will be done. My food is to do the will of my father, mother who aren't in heaven. Okay? A job can pay you, but it can never fulfill you. A job can pay you, but it can never fulfill you. Corporate ladder will never reach your full potential if it's not in alignment with your purpose. They are killing dreams softly, right? And your window of opportunity is greater than the windows on your computer screen. This is the real one. Nobody hates their job. They hate themselves, right? For accepting less than they deserve and staying anyways. These are realities that we have to accept. Nobody outside of you determines your value except those that you were serving, okay? So we don't want our salary to be defined by the decision of one or a few individuals above us. We want to have control over that particular income stream. And we are in the entrepreneur reality. Yes, we are in the entrepreneur reality, meaning that we are all already entrepreneurs and we work with our employers. We don't work for them. Okay? All right, family. I hope that reading blessed you. Again, Rich and Righteous graduation is coming up very soon. You can go to rrgraduation.com. We'll be doing it live and live stream. We have 150 seats in Atlanta for December 9th. So sign up for that at rrgraduation.com. And with that, let's close out with be God to yourself. Love yourself as God loves you. Be master over yourself in the way that God is master over you. And remember that you are God, lowercase g, or first cause in your own life, right? And no individual institution, including your job, or situation outside of yourself has more power over the trajectory of your life than you. I love you, family. I will see you tomorrow, and we will be discussing the ACE methodology that will answer the question, how to stop picking cotton. All right? I'll see you tomorrow. Much love. Peace.